Happy Sunday. I am on my drive to Albany. We just had our women's brunch, which was absolutely amazing. And when I say they poured into me and I poured into them, like it was just everything I could have asked for in that moment. I took notes so that when I have my next conversation, I'm fully prepared. And some of the notes that I had was like, I should have given out journals. I've given out journals before, and I don't know why I wasn't thinking to give out journals at this one. So I'm going to gift the women with journals at a later date. Also, I'm going to gift them with the book, The 4 Agreements, which like one of many books that changed my life and how I think about the world and how I show up. So definitely want to do those 2 things. Oh, and they also got me excited because they talked about bringing charm school to the Bronx, right? Like having etiquette classes and things like that. So I'm like, yes, we should definitely do that. And just more women's spaces, more spaces for us to have real conversation about things that are going on and to build with each other, to create fellowship and to start planning out our lives. I'm a big visionary person, big on manifestation, big on writing it down and watching it come to life. So I would love to meet up with some more women and have real conversations and do the thing. So very excited about that. Some things that came up for me, we talked through like love, relationships, self-care, parenting, all the stuff that we as women normally talk about, career, education I said. But in addition to that, what came up for me was me thinking about my intimate relationships. And I tell people all the time, like, I'm manifesting for my husband, my man. I'm excited. Like that thought process gets me excited. And I could be married right now. Like I was engaged and could have been in a marriage, but I don't think I would have been fully fulfilled. And it's been, my last 2 relationships have been really good relationships, but not the relationships God wanted for me. And I had to walk away, which is like one of the hardest things to do. When you have the things that are actually working, like you hold on to those things, or I hold on to those things. And so to walk away took an amazing amount of willpower and constantly praying, telling God like what I struggle with so God can really help me move through it, because I knew, like, God told me really early, like, this ain't for you. I don't want this for you. And I went into it anyway. See, not listening part of Chantel, having to touch the stove to make sure it's hot, not listening to what people tell me, and not even listening to the signs I've asked for. But I learned some great, valuable things about relationships and about myself inside of those relationships. So I'm grateful for them. But I think moving forward into the next relationship, prayerfully my marriage relationship, I'm focused on listening to what God tells me, hearing the signs, paying attention to the signs, and not being swept up in the fairy tale of it. See, I've been in some really bad relationships, so anything that comes above like my marriage is like amazing. But I have more discernment with myself. So, I'm a woman that requires dates and communication, constant communication. And I'm busy. I'm clearly busy. But I still require constant communication. I require to be in a monogamous relationship unless you and I decide that that's not what we're doing. But it ain't gonna be monogamous on my side and open on your side. We ain't doing that. So I require dates and open communication and a person that's spiritual of God. Like, I don't need to be telling you about, not that I don't need to be telling. Let me rephrase this. I want to be in a space where you openly pray for me. I openly pray for you. We are fasting together. We are rebuking spirits together. Like, I ain't got to explain my my spiritual self to a person, and they get it, and they are on board, and living in that same space where we go to God for everything and we do God's will on this earth. And someone that has an abundant mindset, because let me tell you, even where I know that I can have all things and I can do all things, even I still have my poverty mindset. And it showed up just yesterday when I realized that I didn't put my maintenance charges on automatic pay. And the reason I never put my maintenance charge on automatic pay is because I don't want them taking out that kind of money out of my account, right? Like, my maintenance is my largest bill. So I'm just thinking like, well, what if they take it out at the wrong time? But the truth is, I've been in that building since 2007. And God has blessed me